Yes. Okay, kidding. That was my little, what would you call that? My racial segment of this video. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so I'm Shiva, and I am going to be doing a review on Crash. I'm going to take these off. It's too much glare. On the movie Crash. Okay, so this movie was done by a guy named Paul Higgins, produced by Lionsgate, I believe. And first off, let me say this is like my favorite movie ever. Like, when Pastor Sam was like, "Oh, what's your favorite movie of the summer?" I thought he just said favorite movie, so I was like, in my mind, Crash, that's my favorite movie, Crash. And then he said of the summer, like he repeated it, and I was like, oh, lame. But yeah, so I love this movie. First time I saw it, I like cried 3 times throughout the, maybe 4, throughout the whole movie. Really, really liked it. And I just like the fact because there's like a Persian family in there, and I'm Persian, and yay. And I kind of laughed because the dad reminded me of my dad. Like, but yeah. Anyway, so this movie was definitely not a normal movie. Like, they don't make a lot of movies like this. This movie covered a lot of racial stereotypes, and even the occasional like religion stereotype. Yeah, and I really did like this movie because it didn't cover just a couple, 1 or 2. It covered a wide range of stereotypes, like, you know, Black, Asian, Middle Eastern, Hispanic, not saying Mexican, Hispanic, but, yeah. These guys are messing me up, right there. Anyway, so back to my thing. I lost track. Oh no, where was I? Okay, so it was a wide range of races and stereotypes, and I liked it because it portrayed them how we would expect them to be. Like, they literally took that stereotype to the next level, and they portrayed it perfectly. And I actually found it. I was very touched by this movie, and like I said before, there are not a lot of movies like this, except one other movie that I've seen, and it's called Babylon. And I think it's also Lionsgate too. I'm not sure. I gotta check on that. But just like how in this movie, there are many different stories, but they're connected by at least one character, like 1 or 2 characters. They're connected each story. And in Babylon, they're completely different families. Like, there's a family in Japan, a family in Iraq, a family in Mexico, and a family in the U.S., and they're all connected by this one gun that the guy in Japan happened to own, sold it, long story short. But yeah, that was, I like that movie, so you should watch that movie after you watch Crash. So, other than dropping the F-bomb, like, every minute in this movie, it was pretty good. And yeah, I was actually surprised when I found out that Pastor Sam wanted us to watch this movie. It was kind of pushing the limit there. But anyway, so basically, I think the main thing that really attracted my attention for this movie was just the diversity. I mean, they covered every stereotype, and they did have those people that were understanding, and then they had those complete jerks that were real jerks, you know, just that were, how do I say it, were adding on to the ignorant people that we already have in society that we don't really need. And actually, I like the fact that it shows you a day in the life of. It doesn't just actually, like, for a black guy, it doesn't say, "Oh yeah, homie," whatever, you know, like swearing all the time. It actually shows what they go through, how their life is like, you know, what they go through every day, like being looked at differently, being thought of differently. You know, there's a part where Sandra Bullock actually snuggles up to her husband, and the Ludacris, I forgot the character in the movie, but Ludacris gets furious at that fact, and I find it actually really ironic, which I loved. His character was very ironic. I mean, he would get mad at people stereotyping him all the time, and yet he went ahead and did the actions that would fit that stereotype perfectly. Like, he was like, "Oh, this white girl thinks that I'm gonna shoot her and I'm gonna rob her and, you know, hijack her car, just because she thought that, I'm gonna actually go do it, you know? It's just, yeah, Charm is yet again over there. Nope. Yeah. So, as far as how I see this movie, I'm a very open person, very open-minded person. Like, I'm not very ignorant or intolerant of other people's religion, culture, standards, morals, anything really. Like, if you believe in something or if you do something a certain way, more power to you. Go ahead, do whatever you want, you know, whatever. But there might be people out there, I mean, there are people out there that, you know, if they were watching the movie with me, well, I would be like, oh, that's so rude. Why would they make a stereotype like that? You know, the person right next to me would be like, oh, that's so true. You know, all them Asians drive on the wrong side of the road. And, you know, all them black people, like, carry guns and all that stuff. But, you know, that's how, like, that's where stereotypes come from, I believe. Like, just people who, they've experienced something more than once, and they just build that stereotype, and they won't let go of it. They let the few ruin it for the majority. Yeah. As far as religion goes in this movie, I really like the fact that, again, I forgot this character's name. I don't think they really go over the names of characters in this movie. But, the little brother of the black detective, he had his little patron saint, you know. I'm guessing that's Catholic, but, and then the white police officer, he also had one. I think that was a really, really nice connection. I mean, it's not, like, as far as portraying God in this movie goes, I think that's as far as it goes. Like, each character had their own belief. Like, the movie director, he was Buddhist, as his wife claimed him to be. And as far as God goes, this movie just shows all different religions, all different points of view of God. And what I got from this movie about God was that, like, each person has their own way. And actually, my belief of God is that, you know, most religions, like Islam and Christianity and Catholic, like, I truly believe that we do, you know, worship the same God. It's one God we believe in. We don't believe in, like, a whole bunch of different gods and all that stuff. But, yeah. And that's my review on Crash. Hope you liked it.